Hi guys, Elena here with Elena Nicole Health. I am a certified health coach and personal trainer. I work with women who want to lose weight, get healthier, really look and feel your best every single day with less of the struggle and stress. So I do health coaching. So if you guys ever have questions on that or any of my content, please feel free to reach out. My website is elenanicolehealth.com. I offer free consultations on there. You can also reach me on any of my social pages at Elena Nicole Health. So today I am talking about 8 of my non-negotiables that have helped me to do just that. Lose weight, keep it off, get healthier, really look and feel my best every single day. So what are non-negotiables? Non-negotiables, as I call them, are really just habits and routines that I have put work in to develop over time that I feel better when I do versus when I don't. I have repeated them and practiced them to make them permanent long enough that now it's easier for me to do them than not to do them. And that is what I help others do, clients, you all, hopefully through some of my content, to create some of these habits and routines so it's not as challenging and difficult to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Because that's really what we're focused on here, developing that overall healthy lifestyle, that long end game versus, the quick fix, doing something for 10 days, 30 days, whatever it is, and then being done, really developing that overall healthy lifestyle, which is really made up of these habits, routines, and non-negotiables, as I call them. So why do I use that phrase? Really because I compare them to things in our life that really are truly non-negotiable. Like think about the things that you would never consider not doing. Walking your dog, or maybe not walking your dog, but taking your dog out, feeding your pet, bathing your children, bathing yourself, brushing your teeth, all sorts of things, taking a shower that we would just not go on living life without doing. And that's really what non-negotiables in my mind are and how I look at them as far as my health. There are things that now I don't really go a week without doing these things more often than not. Of course, there's always extenuating circumstances. When I'm on a trip, on vacation, they may look a little bit different, but the majority of the time I'm still getting most of these non-negotiable habits in. And I encourage you to listen to mine and think about which ones you may want to develop for yourself and work on putting those into place. And I can work with you on that. You can reach out, ask me questions, or just pick one and decide how am I going to make this work, remember to do it, and practice it enough until it becomes somewhat permanent. Typically, that takes between 30 to 60 days for it to become a repeated habit or pattern in your brain to where it's not like it doesn't take so much conscious effort to do. You can do that with thought work, with mindset habits. I have done that there. You can do that with exercise, movement, and then you can also do it with eating. And of course, many other areas of your life. But those are the main ones that I cover and touch on in my coaching programs, so that's why I'm bringing those up today. So anyways, getting into the 8 of my non-negotiables, things that I do more often than not that really contribute to my overall healthy lifestyle, being able to maintain my weight and also look and feel my best every single day. So number 1, I will say you guys have probably seen, if you've seen a video of mine or anything, I have my water with me all the time. Drink water every single day, all day long. So really where that starts out is just having that water bottle with you everywhere you go. Ordering water when you go out to eat, when you get a coffee, when you have a drink, adding a water with it and making sure that you're drinking it. In the beginning, it may be inconvenient, may be annoying, you're going to forget. That's why we start small. You don't necessarily have to start with 8 of these, but start with a couple, maybe even one, which one sounds the most interesting to you, and work in getting those reminders in, whether it's in your phone or having water next to your bed, whatever it may be. That's one for me. Number 2 is getting movement in 4 to 5 days a week. That is really my kind of baseline, what I shoot for every single week. So the key here is we're focusing more on the what and not necessarily the how. So I have these 8 goals that I am super focused on every week. Doesn't matter when it happens, how it happens exactly, but I want to make sure I get these things done. So for example, I forget my water bottle one day, I may go grab a cup out of the kitchen if I'm in an office working or wherever I am, and I'm just going to fill that repeatedly throughout the day. So the how can change all the time, but it's really focusing more in on the goal and what you want to accomplish. So the second piece, movement, that's key, because if I'm on vacation, if I am in a hotel, sometimes I travel for work, doing workshops and things like that, my workout can look totally different all the time. Sometimes I'm doing it in a hotel room. Sometimes I'm using resistance bands, weights. Sometimes I'm finding a class today. Other times, maybe I'm on a beach with my family on vacation. I've done a workout around a pool before with equipment, no equipment. All we really need is our body. So the key is, if you know you're focused on 4 to 5 times a week, you can literally do that anywhere. You hurt your leg, you hurt your arm, you can do something else. There's always something you can do. So that's key to remember here. Third one is, I always grocery shop in the beginning of the week. I try for Sundays. I have done this when I am flying home from trips. When I'm traveling, I will do Instacart, place a quick grocery order, have it delivered for whenever I'm there. I will go super late at night when I get home, and make sure I'm at least getting the staples so I am set up for the week. If you guys want to know what my staples are, I am absolutely happy to share them with you. I basically have a set process that I follow. I think I have a freebie, the link in my bio. That is my simple meal planning process. If not, it's definitely on my blog at Elena Nicole Health. It kind of outlines what I do. Really in summary, I figure out how many days I'm going to be home during the week, especially for dinners. And then I figure out how many proteins do I need, how many vegetables do I need, and then my lunches are typically leftovers or a big salad with protein and roasted vegetables, and then my breakfast is almost always, probably going to think this is boring, but that's totally okay for me because sometimes I just have to make it work. Exciting is for when I go out to eat, or maybe on the weekends when I have a little more time. It's almost always a green smoothie or like a veggie hash bowl with some eggs on top. So super easy. I already know what I need to buy for the majority of the time. Don't overcomplicate it with needing a new meal planner every week or new recipes every day, especially when I'm crunched on time or traveling home from somewhere. I just know I need my proteins, I need my vegetables, I need anything else that's on my staples list that I don't have. I place an order, it's there when I arrive. Worst case scenario, I go first thing in the morning if I'm not home. But that's the goal, is always grocery shopping beginning of the week, so I'm stocked up for the rest of the week. Okay, and the next one is eating and cooking for myself, or eating at home more often than I don't. So for me, although I love food, I love going out to eat, I really, really do. My health is a higher priority from that, and just really looking and feeling best all the time so I can enjoy when I do go out to eat and do those types of things. Cooking for myself, knowing what's in my food, knowing the amount that I'm eating, the types of oils I'm eating, and the ingredients is really, really important. So the majority of the time I am either cooking or making something for myself, whether it's just, straight up fruits and vegetables, or, a full meal or snacks or whatever it may be, that I'm doing that at home for myself more often than not. Okay, and then another one is, I typically shop first, kind of like I shared before, and then I cook second. So that really takes out some of the overwhelm and complication. As I was mentioning, I do not need something specific to know what I'm going to make for the week. I do my grocery shopping based on, like I said, my simple meal planning process. Just how many days am I going to be home, how many proteins, how many vegetables, how many smoothies, whatever it may be that I'm going to need. I order all of that stuff. If I have extras, it goes into the freezer, and then I will look up recipes based on what I got for that week. So for example, I have broiled salmon every single week. So I'll just switch up the toppings and the seasonings and the vegetables that are going along with it, and I have basically a new meal. So that's pretty much that one is, I shop first, plan, and cook second, because I can always find recipes with basically what I do buy. And then I follow the 80-20 pretty much principle, 80-20, 90-10, which is 80 to 90% the majority of the time. The way I eat is, the whole foods, real foods based, minimal processed ingredients, added sugars, those types of things. And then I save about 10 to 20% of the time for pretty much what I want when I want it. Whether that's, I really want pizza for dinner on Friday night, or, we get takeout, we go out to eat. I save a portion of, what I consume. I do not literally count out the calories and figure, okay, I have this amount of I don't do that. It's more just majority of the time, some of the time. And if we're being really honest and checking in with ourselves all the time, paying attention to what we're doing, and our end goal is to really look and feel our best and lose weight and be at our healthiest, or maybe not even lose weight, just be at our healthiest, we know when we're going past the majority of the time eating most nutrient dense, and some of the time eating, more of those non-nutrient dense foods, because some of them technically aren't even food, things I consume as well, because they're so heavily processed. But we know when we're going past that ratio. I really believe that we do. And if you don't yet, maybe you're just starting out with this, counting out calories or whatever it may be for you, that could work to get you started on something. I don't know that it's completely sustainable long term. That's completely your call. But in the beginning, counting those things out may absolutely help just to see, like, okay, what is majority, what is minority, if you're having a hard time figuring that out. For me, I don't know that I've ever done that. It's more just this is most of the time what I do, and this is some of the time what I do. Okay, and the next one is following a meal template. It makes things super simple for me. I know every single meal, every single snack that I have. The goal is to have a combination of macronutrient groups. So it is always going to be, if I can, half my plate. If you're picturing, circle plate, half the plate, green vegetables of some sort. That can be greens, that can be broccoli, that can be whatever green vegetable. Non-cruciferous vegetables are non-starchy, whatever you choose, half your plate. And I have a list of all the food groups broken down on my website at Elena Nicole Health. You can get a full list of what I'm talking about here when I say cruciferous, non-cruciferous, starchy, non-starchy proteins, all of the things. I have food groups broken down on there that you can download for free. So half the plate is that, quarter of the plate is protein, and then the other quarter of the plate is, starchy vegetables, fruit, grain if you tolerate them well, legumes, whatever it may be. So following that template all the time, I can literally eat anywhere and everywhere. I have found snacks meals are really hard at like a gas station because sometimes that's where, if I'm traveling and just driving in the middle of nowhere, which I have been many times, you can run into a gas station and almost always find something that somewhat fits that template. You're really just looking for balance. You're looking for proteins, healthy fats, fiber, and how am I forgetting this last one here? Oh, clean carbohydrates. As much of a balance that you can get of those four things, you're good to go. So that's really what you're looking for as you're eating your meals, trying to sneak in fruits and veggies as much as you can. Okay, and the last one is really simple. I make extras of like everything. My proteins, my vegetables, especially vegetables, because I use them for everything. I use them to put on top of salads. I use them for the base of my egg bowls. I am just making leftovers, all extras all the time, and then repurposing them for different meals. Whether that's salmon, I will take broiled salmon and turn it into, maybe a salmon scramble or a salmon salad to put on sweet potato toast or in wraps. Chicken, I'm doing all sorts of different things with, in addition to, if I'm having more of a plant-based meal, do the same thing with all of it, repurposing it over and over again. Because I'm eating at home more often than I'm not, it doesn't typically go to waste. Again, most things you can also freeze, not everything, but most things you can also freeze if you do not consume them. If you know you're not going to be home all week, you're going to be home for 2 days, I wouldn't suggest doing that. I don't do that then. Most of the time, if I'm home all week, I'm making leftovers to repurpose for other meals. Really minimizes the cooking time for me, especially like if my husband's traveling and I'm home with my daughter, I'm going to cook like once or twice and reuse it for the rest of the week if I can. So definitely encourage that. Helps you to save time, especially, I know a lot of you are really busy, working women, whatever you're doing, it makes it a lot easier. Hope you guys found these helpful. Again, feel free to reach out at any time at Elena Nicole Health or ElenaNicoleHealth.com, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon.